And the red corner, it's Silapachart, Chor.Chanmanee, 18 years of age. He started fighting when he was 10. He's 5 feet 4.5 inches tall. He's had 29 professional fights for 6 losses and 3 draws. And his opponent in the blue corner, Kamsanya, Sid-Su-Rachai. He's 19 years of age. He started fighting when he was 10, 5 feet 3.5 inches tall. He's had 30 professional fights, 5 losses and 5 draws. Well, if you look at Silapachart there in the red, and you look at the tail of the tape, it shows that he's 1 inch taller than Kamsanya. Kamsanya has already completed his Ramaway in the blue corner, completed the traditional dance ritual, and Silapachart going on with his. And if you look at the confidence of Silapachart, you would say, by the way he's doing his rendition of the Ramaway pre-fight dance, that he will start the favourite. Certainly in terms of his dancing style, he's a notch ahead of Kamsanya. Well, maybe Kamsanya's foxing a little bit. Doesn't seem to be all interested as he goes across into his corner to allow Silapachart to conclude his Ramaway. So Silapachart, 18 years of age in the red. Kamsanya in the blue, 1 year older, 19. And you look at the size of these fighters, although you can't see much difference here at the moment, but if you look at the tail of the tape, Silapachart is in fact 1 inch taller than Kamsanya in the blue. Mong Kong crown being removed from the head of Silapachart. Referee bringing both fighters into the centre of the ring. And the first round of 5 here. Muay Thai. The weapons of Muay Thai, of course, for those which don't know the rules of the ring, Muay Thai, we'll just go through it briefly. Muay Thai, fought over 5 rounds. The weapons are the fists and the knees, the elbows, and of course the kicks. The kicking of Muay Thai, often you'll see the roundhouse kick. That's where it's like a pendulum swinging motion of the leg, and the technique uses the foot to land. Good punch there by Kamsanya, and Silapachart caught off guard then. Wasn't knocked down so much as shocked down by Kamsanya. Yes, well, those roundhouse kicks like you see here are very much the traditional form of Muay Thai. And those roundhouse kicks are used as the long-range weapon. And when the fight gets into close quarters, that's where the elbows and the knees are used. Roundhouse kicks by Silapachart in the red. Kamsanya comes back with a roundhouse kick, taken on the shoulder by Silapachart. Both fighters sending out a few decoys here in the first round. There's not a lot of power being exchanged, but they're more or less probing decoys just to test out the defence of their opponent. Silapachart stalking in onto Kamsanya. Kamsanya holding his ground and then goes on the attack. Scores with a roundhouse kick to the body. In towards the end of round 1. Silapachart moving now in on to Kamsanya. Elbow there, attempt by Kamsanya. Just missed. Punch kick combination, Silapachart in the red. Bit of intensity in terms of the eyes staring down. You can see there hawk eyes of Kamsanya as he glares on to the vision of Silapachart. right in front of him as the bell sounds to end round one. And there's that knockdown, or you would call a knockdown more of a surprise than actually the knock, but nevertheless, Kamsanya did score with that one. And we go into round two. Silapachart of the red, Kamsanya in the blue. Roundhouse kick to the thigh region there by Silapachart. Body blow there by Silapachart with another kick. And again by Silapachart. Silapachart trying to now starting to find his range with those leg kicks. Kamsanya got his jabs moving and then swings around with the roundhouse kick. Silapachart moving in. Kamsanya counter kicks and punches. Good defence there by Silapachart, not giving Kamsanya much chance to get through. Both fighters kick at the same time and they connect shin on shin. Punch kicks combinations by Kamsanya. Inside the thigh there by Kamsanya. Scored well. Classic Muay Thai attack. Punch kick combination by Kamsanya. Doing well here in round two. Silapachart now trying to stalk in onto Kamsanya. Both fighters have got a fairly good defence. Neither fighter been able to freely attack. Wasn't a bad roundhouse thrown there by Silapachart. The shin came clubbing in onto the outside thigh of Kamsanya. And again the same tactic by Silapachart. Scored to the outside thigh of Kamsanya, and Kamsanya must have felt those two blows. Silapachart staring down onto Kamsanya, waiting for Kamsanya to move in onto him. And they both strike at the same time again with those roundhouse kicks. Oh, good head-high attempt kick there by Silapachart. Missed only by a couple of centimetres there. That was a good striking blow, but unfortunately for Silapachart, Kamsanya was able to step back and that blow to the head was avoided. So as we move into round three, Silapachart and Kamsanya fairly even. Neither fighter been able to get a clear advantage as we move into the mid stage of this Muay Thai encounter. Both fighters are favouring those roundhouse kicks. And that was a good head-high kick by Silapachart. Kamsanya came straight back after that, taking the kick to the head, virtually nullifying the attacking move. But nevertheless, Silapachart has shown twice now that he can deliver these head-high kicks. Kamsanya, lefts and rights to the head. On the attack now. Looks like there's been a bit of a cut there on Kamsanya, if I've noticed too. It looks to be a bit of trickle of blood coming down from his eye. That could spell a bit of danger for him. As Silapachart lashes out with those elbow thrusts forward. Now Kamsanya coming in hard with lefts and rights to the body. Elbow attempt, and there is a slight cut there on the upper face of Kamsanya. Doesn't seem to be causing any trouble to him though. T push kicks, roundhouse by Silapachart. Kamsanya stalking now onto Silapachart and delivers a good strong roundhouse blow to the underneath the rib cage there, and then comes back hard punching with left jabs. Kamsanya keeping the pressure on the Silapachart. There's the referee having a look at that cut. Looks like he definitely has been cut, Kamsanya. Did notice some trickle of the blood earlier on. The referee has called across the medical practitioner. It's going to go on, not serious enough to stop. Nevertheless, that in terms of psychologically, Silapachart must be very happy to know that Kamsanya will be defending against a cut to underneath his eye, and that will probably cause him to be more concerned about defence and attack. So Kamsanya cut here, and Silapachart trying to push the advantage. Roundhouse kick to the body by Silapachart. Kamsanya in a bit of spot of trouble here with that cut. Silapachart coming in onto him. Jabs by Kamsanya. End of round. So I have to take a look at this slow motion. See if you can pick up how that cut did start. Well, it could have been caused by that roundhouse kick to the head. Classic head-high kick. And there's the elbow. The elbow really didn't do any damage, but nevertheless, keeping the pressure onto Kamsanya. I think that cut may have been caused by that head-high kick. And you're watching Muay Thai.
How can things get this far out of hand?
Well, there's Kamsanya getting a bit of attention there to that cut. It's right over the eyebrow. And there's the slow motion trying to pick up how that did actually happen. And was it delivered by a kick or an elbow? It could have been that elbow there. That could have well been it. Unlikely that a kick can cause a cut. And you can see there that elbow did get through. So it was the elbow that did the damage. As we go into round 4, Kamsanya with a bit of a nasty cut right over his eyebrow. And no doubt he would like to sort of see if he could cause himself to knock down Silapachart, because it would be a shame if Kamsanya, and there it is again, and that cut is open. So it doesn't bode well for Kamsanya. Silapachart can afford now to just stand back and work on that cut. And Kamsanya, on the other hand, would dearly love to score a knockdown and to finish it off, because it's would seem to be a 50-50 chance that he can go the distance with that sort of a cut. Kamsanya takes a head-high kick. That was a lovely kick to the head by Silapachart. Silapachart in the red. There Kamsanya coming back, left jabs. Roundhouse kicks to the body by Silapachart. Silapachart jabbing at that cut now. Kamsanya, what can he do? He's got to defend. He can't afford to take any more attacks onto that cut. Could have opened him right up. Referee having a good look too at that cut. Silapachart on the attack, punching onto that cut. Well, what can Kamsanya do? He really can't afford to take any risk with a cut like that. On the other hand, though, he would probably be trailing on points, so he's got to do some attack if he's going to win this contest. Difficult one for Kamsanya here in round 4. Referee having a close look at Kamsanya. He might call the medical practitioner having a look at that cut very soon. Blood is trickling down onto his body. Silapachart jabbing out, realising that he's got the advantage here. Kamsanya under an awful amount of pressure here now, trying to defend and also needing to score to win this contest. There's the defence. Gloves been held over his face. End of round 4 as he goes back to the ring, and a bit despondent, Kamsanya. He really doesn't really have many options left for him. There's that head-high kick. That was brilliantly done by Silapachart, and that would have scored him top marks. So Silapachart starts off the 5th round, a hot favourite now. He's ahead on points, and Kamsanya opens up with a solid punch, forcing Silapachart down. So don't write Kamsanya off. I almost did, but Kamsanya says there's still a round to go. and I'm out to win. Elbows being exchanged here. Kamsanya's going to have a go at it. He's not going to capitulate. And a solid punch by Silapachart to let Kamsanya realise that there's no way that Silapachart's going to let up one bit in this round either. So Silapachart ahead on points. He's cut Kamsanya. Kamsanya, desperate now. He needs a knockdown to win. Elbows freely being exchanged here in round 5. Knee attack by Silapachart. Roundhouse kicks by Kamsanya. Good head high kick again by Silapachart. Silapachart waiting for his chance. Now he holds his hands in the air. He says, I've got this one. It's up to Kamsanya now to do the attacks, he says. I can defend, I'm ahead on points. That's what he's telling himself, and I think he's right too. It really is up for Kamsanya here to do the attacks. He needs to score, and Kamsanya now doesn't seem as if that cut is going to be too much of a trouble for him, so really he's got no option but to attack. Kamsanya behind on points. Silapachart cruising now here in round 5. He started the round, I'm talking about Kamsanya here, started the round in an attacking mode with elbows flying, but he's slowed down now considerably as Silapachart is prepared to cruise this fight out, not take any risks and cover up for any of the attacks that Kamsanya may try to land onto him in this final round. So Kamsanya, though, doesn't look like he's got much left inside him. It looks like he could be a bit spent here as we go now on to the final stages of this 5th round. Silapachart defending his points advantage as the bell sounds to end round 5, and Silapachart very confident, and you can see Kamsanya despondent. So there's no doubt by both these fighters. There's that head high kick. That one was brilliant. That one would have scored him top marks. No doubt by the crowd, the fighters themselves, that Silapachart is the winner. We'll wait for the official decision. There it is, the winner on points, Silapachart. Some fine head high kicks, and